35 laps on board tonight for Hungary. Who's going to do it at the halfway point? The 5 lights are on. And away we go. You saw a little bit of wheel spin from Cookie, but I don't think it's going to matter because the second phase was still good enough to hold off Reese Dainty. He's going to try to cover off the Mercedes and the McLaren. Maybe going to think of a move here at turn 1. Here's 3 wide. Here's 4 wide in the background with Alpine as well, having both cars dueling it out. Now, Reese covers off second. Luke got third there. And on the back, we have 2 and 3 wide. Multiple rows deep from the drivers. Hunted side by side with TB. Hunted with an amazing start again, just similar to Australia. And now 3 wide, squawking around. Andrea gets shoved out wide. And he's the only one taking the escape road thus far. Andrea onto Chiller. Jack onto Chiller. Jack getting through. Jack, who fell down the grid, but getting that place back. Much needed there. Owen on the inside of the Chiller. Squawking around there. Banging for a little bit for just a moment. The Chiller also losing places once again. He had a good run off the line, but then now his teammate Zatsy taking the escape road in the background. Not too much of a chaotic lap one, but everybody still dicing it around here. Also to the back of the grid, Zatsy off now. Zatsy off and comes back on and spinning. He goes spinning and somehow avoids tapping the barrier as Speedy and Kipu go through. And NRM KVS has been overtaken by Scyther, who's gained about 8 places on lap 1. Or sorry, 6, excuse me, 6 places from Scyther from a qualifying ban.
A couple of the
George!
behind.
George dive bomb on TB. These two collided last week, and once again, George goes for the lunge and will go through for now, but TB's not done at it. Down the inside. Here he comes. Side by side here to turn 2, and now to turn 3 with George on the inside line. They're gonna keep it. George going through. George, risky move, and Miniko through on the teammate. Right now, the threat is for 4th place. Here comes George, making the move already at turn 1 and going through with ease. Scyther getting to Chiller in the background as well. Much needed considering where he started, but now Hunted's under pressure from Miniko. Miniko trying to go the long way around. Wavy getting Gecko. Now banging around here for 5th place with Hunted and Miniko. Miniko still having the inside line, gonna go side by side here at turn number 3. That gets tricky. Gecko and Wavy still going back at it, and Miniko has to tuck in behind and go again with Hunted. So a opportunistic move from Miniko became a move that
Andrea's making a move.
Road. Yeah, you're right. Andrea is through on TB. That was in the background at the final corner. They're racing wheel to wheel down the main straight. In front of that, we're going to go to Miniko and Hunted because we can see 2x2. You saw Scyther diving on the background too. Here's Andrea getting TB, Scyther and Owen, and now Miniko and Hunted. We have battles galore here to turn 2. Hunted on the inside line, Miniko on the outside. Miniko getting squeezed under the curb, but not going to matter. He's pushing his way through turn 3, getting ahead. Hunted using the runoff, coming back on behind, and Scyther, a mistake from him, allows the Chiller to get him, and now Scyther losing more time, maybe an AI for a second. Something happened there. I think he's lagged out because Florian is now trying to go around the outside, and Scyther looks like he's in AI mode.
Well, I mean, he's got his teammate, he's got his academy teammate Andrea behind, but Andrea's still dealing with TB as Andrea, the car went evil on him out of the final corner, and TB says, I'll take advantage of that, and he's up in the 7th now.
Miniko also up in the 4th.
Loses
Scyther
5th place to Miniko.
On KVS, yes, I think whatever Scyther had happen, he's now fixed it because he's passed. And now racing to turn number 2. TB and Hunted, little bit of contact there between them. But TB says, I'm going to go on the outside here at turn 3 now. Holding on, that is fair play from him. We have battles all over this circuit in different areas, and Reese may have lost a lot of time to Cookie because he's now at a DRS like he wasn't before, and Jack Miles around the outside is trying to make the move. In the background, because of the stack up, Scyther's getting Florian, and Jack has finally got Andrea. And now Owen, switch back. Oh, he pulled the dummy, and he got Andrea. He caught him napping, and he is through.
And Andrea, unfortunately, losing quite a few spots. And looks like we got VSC.
That is for no front wing on the Williams. And now DNF'd from Speedy. Second DNF this race. And this is a perfect time for some of these guys to come in. Some of these guys may be able to make the rest of the way in this race on hard tires, which is why they're choosing to pit.
We got a double stack.
Yep, from a lot of teams. Miniko and George will be putting themselves in the mix of this DRS train now. which Scyther's going to go on the inside line, pulling out from being behind and going past for now.
Yeah, I'm just taking a look. I'm just taking a look at the gaps right now. Let's see if
Oh, Florian, be
lost
careful with Jack there. Jack back down the inside. Little bit of contact, a little bit of wheel banging. Now Florian on the inside line for turn 3. Pushes Jack out, and they touch, and they're both around and spinning across the track. Florian and Jack with damage. Overtake button engaged. Now around the outside line, the long way around. Jack Miles will get the place for now. Florian with another attempt down the inside, and he will cut in front of Jack. Wavy with a penalty. He's currently in 7th. Second to last of those drivers yet to pit. Florian just cutting off Jack. Jack back down the inside. Jack now shoving him out wide. And same thing as last lap. Florian on the inside line. Again making contact. But this time, they make it out of turn 3 alive.
Yeah, this is just some wild things going on over here. But I mean, Jack playing
3 wide. 3 wide to the last sector. Hunted and Scyther both trying to get Dasher, and Scyther got both. Yeah, it's interesting because Scyther didn't really put in much practice, and now he's trying to get by Wavy here. Wavy was being a little bit of a blockage to him, and Scyther tactically backed off and then got the DRS and goes around the outside of Wavy to make the move. And double DRS with that 1 detection point means he has DRS for turn 3 too. And now, turn 2, and Wavy tried to claw back down the inside but couldn't, and Hunted got him too. Smart tactical behavior from Scyther.
That was very calculated
and Dasher's in trouble.
And thought out.
Dasher's in trouble. He had to pull off. Went and gave the spot to KVS, to Chiller, and Gecko, and Florian retired in the pit lane. Sorry to cut in Titan, but that was a lot happening all at once. This is what it looks like it's going to be. I mean, they're extending that gap on the medium tires, spinning.
Whoa!
Hunted, who's having a good run, hits the wall with the rear end and goes flying in the air. He's now outside the points.
We'll see what happens. Whoa, that was very close.
TB
got a little loose at
forces
10.
Owen off the road there, going side by side, but does Owen have to give the place back? He does. TB through into 6th.
It'll be back to being a Red Bull 1-2, and Reese will have that stamp placed in. He is back in 2nd, but unfortunately, he is now over 3 seconds behind his teammate.
Dasher with a 3-second time penalty. He went out of bounds. Here comes Owen.
George.
Side by side drag race to turn 1 with George. And Owen cuts the corner and now contests the place to George.
Just checking it here, and looks like
2x2. Andrea down the inside. Scyther on KVS. Andrea shoves Owen onto the curb, and now they race wheel to wheel down to turn 2. Andrea having the outside line. Dasher with a 3-second, and now they do remain side by side for a moment, where Scyther picks off Andrea, and now Scyther trying to get Owen here on the run to turn 4, can't do it. Andrea lost 2 spots there from what he had for a moment. Now, Scyther around the outside line. Could have the door shut on him if he's not careful. He's going to try to be ahead by the chicane. Owen forces him off. Side by side. Scyther out in front, but has to give the place back and gets tagged. Whoa!
My God.
TB is now about to be fighting Luke in a moment, but now Scyther re-overtakes Andrea and now wants to retake the places on Owen and pick off those pieces that were missing for turn 5. You got Luke, who's under threat for the podium now with TB. That's about to become TB's place. TB pulling a little bit of a dummy around the outside. He's going. These two have history. These two are ex-teammates. These two.
Again.
Yep, you're right. Scyther on the main straight is getting Owen. That's 7th place for him. But with TB and being in front of Luke, he can now back up Luke for the teammate. Miniko is within 3 seconds now, finally. It's a VSC from Speedy that has changed the outcome of this race.
On the inside.
KVS on the inside of Andrea. DeChiller getting wavy. Here's KVS here on the outside now, trying to go the long way around. Andrea protected it, and Gecko and DeChiller both got wavy there because Wavy was left out to dry, being the only one without any DRS. And Scyther now gets George, and I think his fight will be for 5th place finally. Cookie is slowing now and taking his time to get to the line. He will take a 10th win from pole and a 10th win on the season. In RPL's 10th season, Cookie wins in Hungary, and he did it by 7 seconds over teammate Reese to make it a Red Bull 1-2. Reese Dainty, he had another podium to his name. And the fake TB, his first podium in Hungary, is going to come in Season 10. He adds yet another podium to the season. It will be number 4 for him. Luke, 4th place on track. Running out of fuel at the line. It will be Miniko getting 4th, and then Scyther 5th on the penalties when they get applied. Miniko just shy of a podium once again, and now that's going to mean with Miniko tied with the 3rd different driver for most P4s without a podium at 3. Still racing remaining. It's going to be a photo finish with DeChiller and KVS on track, but not for long. NRM KVS holds on penalties. Andrea, the last points runner. DeChiller over Gecko, and then Wavy and Jack and Dasher and Kippu, our last runners. 16 made it to the checkered flag.
If you would like to join the league or watch the upcoming races in the future live, click on the description. Both links will be there for the Discord and the Twitch. Subscribe to the RPL YouTube to stay up to date with things, and we'll see you next time.